Alright, so I am here to cast a game between Polka Pete and Katana13, or XIII. I've only seen the post-game stats for this, and I can only be described as some goofy shit, so I'm kind of excited to see how this game plays out. Here we have Polka Pete running either Advanced Emplacements, Royal Artillery Regiment, or Royal Engineer Regiment, and Katana in the north running either Breakthrough, First Drum, or Special Operations Doctrine. So it's going to be interesting how this pans out. I have heard some stories about this game from my brother, who is Polka Pete, but I'm not going to spoil anything right now in case somebody besides one of us is watching this game. So, pretty standard openings from both sides. Early Kubel into Volks. Infantry sections, both going for their primary cutoff, swinging on opposite sides of the map. Nothing fancy here. Probably won't have any early engagements. Got our Universal Carrier coming out. That's good against the OKW. They get their pass a little later than Ostier. And will be a good counter to the Kubel Wagon as well. As I personally feel like it always edges out in those engagements, especially once it gets the Vickers upgrade. But that could change if he goes for the Wasp. Victory points are going to be even for a moment, as they're both capping them at almost the exact same time. And yeah, this is not a very exciting opening, but we're going to see where this game goes. Some good defensive sandbags in a really good position here. I like it because you have the option of behind the sandbags and behind these little fences over here. So kind of have two units able to defend very effectively. Universal Carrier is caught out by Stern Pios. This could be a little hairy for the Universal Carrier if he doesn't create some distance. Does a good job going back towards his existing infantry sections. And now both infantry sections are coming to support. And these Stern Pios are pretty much on their own, so they're going to have to retreat as soon as these infantry sections show up. Or he's going to take some serious bleed. If he loses the model, I don't think this is worth it, honestly. Oh, okay. So, one model for neutralizing a point. Not bad. Not great. Kuba coming in for support. Another Volk squad, another infantry section. Pretty standard stuff so far. Opposite sides of the map still are not capped by either side. We'll see if that changes soon. Universal Carrier coming in, but two Volks coming to support. It's going to be a big engagement. Running for the house. Get some cover. Goes British. Can give him a big edge in this. Going to force everybody to move. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Universal Carrier just decks the Kubel, especially at range. Big advantage to the Brits. Both houses taken by the Brits as well. Where's that 3rd Infantry Squad? That's over here on the right. Okay. So Brits definitely got an early edge in I say an early edge, a slight edge in territory capture right now. But pushing up on the cutoff, although it's unlikely to get it given that the entire OKW army is here. I'd like to see these guys move up to the green cover if possible to keep applying pressure. Going for an AT gun first in the British. Not sure I necessarily agree with that. You see no evidence of any tech or anything. So I can't imagine you expecting a Puma or a Luke's necessarily, or even a Flak Track. I think it would have been better off with either the infantry section or Vickers, but we'll see how it pans out. Stern Pios across the red cover. Don't take too much damage. They weren't focused. But they're pretty low on health. I don't think they're going to be able to hold out against this infantry section too long. I would like to see the guys in red cover being focused a bit more. But ultimately, this is going to be a losing battle being this close to the base anyway. So, not that big of a deal. Let's see what we got first. Looks like it's going to be a forward battle group. Which we'll be seeing a Flak Track. Using the self-repair to keep himself in the field. I like that. We'll see if he commits that to... I mean, he has to commit that to being a forward retreat point. I think it's a little risky on this map. I don't think it's that bad to like place either back here if you want to save a little bit of retreat time. But it also means that if you're retreating from the right side of the map, you might be going across some of your opponent's units rather than straight back to base to safety. So I'll give Polka a little more pressure on the right side. We'll see if he takes advantage of that. But otherwise, pretty even match. Looks like it's going a little bit towards Polka. But I think that'll depend heavily on what the next tech choice is, which is an AC and an AT gun. A little overkill, in my opinion. But hey, you got the Kubel. King Kubel's dead. So, you know. And the Vickers. Man, this is going to be tough. If he keeps trying to come out the left side here, even with the reinforcement, now that Vickers is going to just drop models like crazy. And it looks like he's positioning the AT gun. All right, maybe this AT gun will pay off. He's going to start chunking down the battle group. This could be really bad for Katana. Ooh. MG34 coming out to defend his battle group, I assume. Man, this is not looking too great for Katana right now. Sorry for a brief pause there. I wanted to take a look at the match stats, and I couldn't remember where the button was. As we can see here, the KD is completely in Polka's favor right now, 20-8. That is a brutal start, with him getting pinned down up against his battle group there and trying to defend it. So big manpower lead to Polka, who's popping out some medics. Not something I usually like to use as the British, but we'll see how it does work for him. Plus an AEC means that any kind of flak track that comes out of this is going to suffer pretty hard. But it's good. He's repairing up. I'm hoping he's waiting for the little bit of manpower he needs. Tech medics. Yep, get that immediately once it's available, especially for his Sternpios. This is a point where like maybe a medical supplies crate could be really useful to bridge that gap. Although his Volks are pretty good on health. They've taken very little damage, so probably not. Going for early artillery flares. Well, I think I know where the battle's going to be focused, for sure. We'll see if he pops the suppressing fire. It's only 10 munitions for a decent suppressing effect. And Vet 3 already on the Universal Carrier. 13 kills. This thing's been a monster of a unit for Polka. Dumps the artillery flares a little prematurely, but that's going to buy him some time maybe to cap these side points. Yep, let's go for that. And this is, I don't like this. Katana, man. You got 4 units just sitting here expecting some kind of assault. Push your units out to the flanks. You know, get some pressure, get some territory. Or just blob them all in one big blob, and hopefully they don't have an MG, I guess. That works too. I mean, he knows there's an MG. He knows that there's a Vickers on this thing. It can suppress. Going for the infantry support gun. I think it's a good choice. He knows AT gun, and I knows AC is there. There's no point in putting a light vehicle out. That's going to get minced pretty quickly. Going for a somewhat early fuel cache. I like that. You got the extra manpower. You may as well spend it. Only 3 infantry sections and no other combat units. He's just basically sacrificing a little bit of field presence for that. He's got a decent load of manpower. I expect maybe see some engineers soon to help him out with that. But otherwise, this is pretty much just a standstill. Katana doesn't seem to want to abandon his battle group, and Polka is just content to sit on more resources. Guessing another artillery flare here. Yep. This could be pretty nasty if there's a retreat. Unless he swings out to the left. Okay, there it is. He's got this squad back here. Polka needs to be careful. Alright, got the squad out in time. And this squad swinging out to the right, actually. I'm kind of surprised. I would imagine going to the left, getting some of these green cover locations would have been the way to go. And we have a lock-in on Royal Artillery. So, ooh, and Shrek's popping at the same time. So we know Polka's going to be trying to take out that battle group. Royal Artillery, concentrated barrage. Maybe even an early Valentine, knowing he has the early presence with the light vehicles. I like this. You see the Shrek shoot, you know the cooldown's on. Go in, poke, come out. There's the engineers. couple idle units. They need to get into the fray here. And the AT gun in a little bit of trouble. Soft retreat back to the battle group since he doesn't have the forward deploy yet. Oh, Raketting on the universal carrier. Good catch, gets out in time. This is a brutal assault. And that is a first wipe of the map. A soft retreat not paying off there. And 12 to 34 on the KD. This gap is just growing and growing. I don't see Katana being in a very good position for the next few minutes until he gets maybe his a squad of Obers or something out. He's got plenty of fuel to drop a Schwer. He just has to pull the trigger on it and survive the manpower bleed. Playing a little ring around the rosy with the house here. ISG's ultimately got to put that in favor of Katana. And looks like Polka's just happy with just destroying that house, so Katana can't push out of it. With ISG being that close, that makes a lot of sense. He's not going to be able to use that house too much. I'd like to see both players swing out to the fences a little bit, out wide. You know, there's nothing over here defending either of these fuels. I'm sure it's an AC, but, you know, send the Shrek squad out to the side. Or maybe a Shrek and a Volks. And I think we can capture some resources. But both players are pretty content with just holding the middle and trying to fight over it. Let's see if the Shrek connects. Yep, Shrek connects, but isn't ultimately going to do much. One squadron on assault isn't really going to do much. You got to rebuild with the Volks. Again, all swinging towards this middle. My brother named this replay Meat Grinder, and it's starting to really come to fruition why that is the case. Ooh, what a first Howie shell from that barrage. Second one following through right now. Ooh, is that Anvil unlocked? No. That's right, that's the Royal Arty airburst shells. That's right. And we got a Centaur coming out. I like this. He knows that there's only one Raketen. He hasn't seen anything else. This thing is going to make mincemeat of these massive blobs of Volks Grenadiers, and it's popping right when he wants it, on the side that he wants it, in my opinion, to try and ram in there and knock out a few models and cause a retreat. I don't see him soft retreating from this. And Katana really needs that Schwer down sooner rather than later. It's delaying his Obers, it's delaying a P4, and it's delaying his forward point unlock. Oh, this is going to be nasty. This guy seems dead set on his soft retreats, and that is going to cost him a lot right now. See if Polka pushes. He knows there's a Raketen out there, but the Centaur's pretty beefy. He can take a few shots. Alright, comes out okay. 17 to 50 on the KD. That is basically a 3-to-1 advantage for Polka right now. Salvaging the Kubel, get that extra little bit of, 5 fuel-ish? Yep, 5 fuel. Nice to see those rarely used abilities in use. And yeah, another just kind of quiet moment. Looking at teching, still no Schwer. This is driving me nuts. Still no Schwer. You've got the fuel for it, man. Go for it. Healing up back at base here. Healing up over here. Taking his time. Repairing the MG. I like this as well. If it gets decrewed, it's going to take the extra shot or two. Always could make a difference in who gets a hold of the MG. So I do like that. Using the artillery flares to get some vision. This will be helpful. Let's see if we can't see what that vision looks like. Look at that. It just shows him everything that's going on. Exactly what he wants to see. Might even drop a concentrated barrage on the base, or maybe on this big concentration of that. Kind of trench and a Centaur in the middle. This is going to be very difficult to push up against. Oh, infiltration grenades. Forgot to mention that we got a lock-in of the special ops, and no models dropped. That's just pain. That is just sadness and pain for Polka. Concentration barrage on the MG to try and hold the middle. See how this goes. First couple shots land all right. Drop a model each. Raketin on suicide watch, unfortunately. He's going to get a shot off, but it's going to cost him the Raketin. MG might go down to the Artie here as well. Oh, wow. That is very fortunate. Very late flak half track. That is not the call I would have made in the situation. Soft retreat of the MG might cost him the MG. Polka knows the Raketin's retreated, but decides not to push it still. Could be something else up the guy's sleeve. We have the benefit of, knowing that there's nothing else. Then that would have been a 100% safe push and an easy wipe on the MG, but yeah. Cap in the middle. Still no one pushing on the sides. One infantry section here, one Volksgrenadier here can kind of change the flow of this battle in that player's favor, in my opinion. But we are playing World War I style gameplay this match. With everybody just staying in the middle. This is also one thing I don't like about only using the medics. I don't mind building the medics, but I also like to have at least one medic squad for situations like this, where you just want to keep someone on the front lines. Or even pulling the medic squad up and pulling these guys back a little bit to get them healed without having to do a full retreat. But Polka's got a lot in the bank. He could pretty much build whatever he wants. Could go hammer or anvil to get the appropriate Comet or Churchill. A Churchill would be really good, I think, for this because he's locked himself out of a Doctrine Churchill and he could just plant it here. And there's not really a whole lot that could be done. But we see another, in my opinion, slight overinvestment in AT. You got the AC, you got the AT gun. You haven't seen a Schwer. Even with the artillery flares, although that is finally dropping now, finally. So now any opportunity to swing on the left here without a tank or something is lost. I think this could have been better off as even like a Comet, a Cromwell. Just to have some speed on the sides to, knock off any side pushes. We do have some Brens coming out. That's good. That's really good for jumping in these trenches. And as much as I hate to see it, I am expecting a full push to the middle with all of Katana's squad since he is down on VPs. This being an only 2 VP game, this one is going to last a while. I remember correct, close to 40, 45 minutes. Sorry for that spoiler, but just want to make sure your expectations are set. Repairing the trench. That I very much like, especially with the ISG. And something that I've almost never seen. Most interesting is disposable. I think Polka sees the writing on the wall for how this game's going to go and puts himself in a solid position. Here we go. I think that trench is a little far forward. I think it might be better off back here to where the Volks, if they captured it, couldn't see, the infantry squad coming. This kind of commits him to planting someone in here, and nothing that he really wants to do at this point, in my opinion. Given the pattern of gameplay. But otherwise, I guess we're just chilling. And here is the forward retreat point. Katana is committed to holding everything in one spot against Royal Artillery, which to me just feels like a bad idea, but hey, you do you, Katana. And, a mortar emplacement. I didn't think about this, but this is an excellent idea for the shakeup. It can reach just where he wants it to. The ISG isn't going to have range to it unless he moves up a little bit, in which case he'll be within easy range of, a concentration barrage with vision from the flares, or a pyrotechnics barrage as well. And a very defensive position. It's going to be hard to flank that. So this is going to be nasty for Katana. First couple shells not doing much. Centaur coming in, dropping some models. Everything's moving up. This is where he needs to move the Firefly up just a little bit. And we'll see. I'm going to guess we're going to see either a concentration barrage or an artillery flare. There it is. Jumping out to drop the artillery flare. Centaur taking some hits from the Raketin. Some smoke. I'm not sure who smoke. That's the smoke from the there. Oof. Took out a Volk squad there. I'm actually not sure we got that. That might have been the artillery from the artillery flare. No incendiary grenades in the trenches either, surprisingly. Double retreat from both sides. That was pretty brutal. But Polka's got the squad to recap, and he's got the artillery to cover while he does so. So it's an easy win for Polka. A little bit of delay on the VP tick, but ultimately a win. So let's see what we have. The square down now. We do not. We do have authorization. We could see a P4 soon, although that P4 is going to struggle against an AEC, AT gun, and a Firefly. What would I do if I was Katana? Maybe double down on infantry support guns to try and dislodge these trenches. A second Raketten to deal with the Firefly Centaur combo. Something along those lines. A P4 is just going to be rough. Maybe some Obers. Obers with the LMG could probably 1v1 and get some pressure going on the side. Maybe open up some caps. We have grenades being teched over here. Still no hammer or anvil. Ooh, nasty infiltration grenades. Mortar bunker also doing its job. And the Vet 3 universal carrier is finally dead. This trench looks like it went down too at some point, probably to ISG fire. Another concentration barrage in the middle. Also popping radio silence for that movement speed bonus. Might lose the squadron retreat, but no, it's gonna get suppressed. And we have another delay. Oh, and the Sexton. Not the best artillery unit in the game. Actually, far from it. But if you know all your enemies are in one spot, then that's an easy choice. Let's see where the first barrage. Almost immediately. Directly onto the base, I can only imagine. Yep. And that thing is just going to start chunking down that battle group. And I think it's going to happen faster than Katana can repair it. It's going to be tough for him to deal with without a nasty Panther flank or even a P4 flank. Here we go, bringing the medics up. I like this. Help get the AT gun and keep it on the field. Let's see how this section's doing so far. No kills. 3 kills on the mortar emplacement. Ooh, good angle using with the AT gun, although it's super low health. This could be really bad for it. He does have some restrictions of defense. I think he'll be okay. Centaur Crush. Looks like they're pushing hard on the emplacement. Oh, I like this. Ooh! Oh, my word. That is nasty. That's one squad down. Oh, but this could cost him the Centaur. The Raketten's going to get the last shot, and that's it. In my mind, that's worth it. You crushed a lot of squads. 2. No brace yet. This is going to be a late brace. If it even comes through. He needs to brace if he wants to save this. It's a little too late. Yep. Needed to brace that a few seconds earlier. Who came out on top there? I want to say Polka. That looks like 2... Yeah, with 2 squads lost, Polka definitely came out on top. A center and a mortar emplacement is rough. But all that vet and all that infantry pressure. Raketten going down. MG going down. Possibly getting stolen. Oh, flak track's going to prevent the steal on that, but the MG might make it out. MG34, yeah, it's going to make it out. And now we have the AEC and the Firefly coming through. Concentration barrage. Sexton's almost ready to fire. Ooh. Shrek's doing a number on there. Oh, was that a mine? They got the, oh no, it was a Faust. That was a little risky play, but if he gets out the battle group, this is going to be worth it to lose the AEC for the battle group. And I think it's going to happen, most likely. Shreks are low. Yep, there it is. And yeah, Katana doesn't have a whole lot. Command Panther might be the way to play here. Just get that out and get some tank presence. But, recover the fuel. Man, I would not want to be in his position. He doesn't really have a whole lot. These stern piles with the Shreks aren't actually going to be able to do too much against, Vet 2 brand up infantry sections. And it looks like everybody has brands. Do we have any double brands? Looks like maybe 1 brand on there. I don't think it looks like single brands to me. Oh, got the Raketten too. Wow. That's tough. Going for the P4. Yeah, he kind of has to. I was going to say Command Panther to maybe dive the Sexton, get on the Firefly, but he needs to kill some infantry section models. Polka, on the other hand, is pushing a lot of fuel. Went Anvil. Could see a Comet next. I think that'd be a good choice. Here we go. All right. Okay, so there you go. This trench paid off. And I think he recruited with the artillery flare squad too, so he's gonna have the increased vision benefit from that as well. So that's gonna be a good asset for him as soon as he faces it the correct way. We'll see if he ever notices. No. Okay, well this could get real awkward then. If the Volk squad gets over here and just runs up to and throws a flame grenade in it. Here's some artillery. I hear artillery flares coming out. Again, let's take a look and see what that looks like from his perspective. Vet 5 squad. Okay, he sees everything bunched up here. There we go. Finally, it throws more filtration grenades. Never mind. I think the flame grenade's a better choice against trenches just because you get the benefit of flushing them out for longer. Runs up. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. The smoke betrayed him. Double stack trenches here. Even with the ISG, it's going to be hard to break. I mean, Katana, man, I got to give you props for staying in the game. But this is bleak by any measure. Let's look at the KD now. 32 to 132. 4 to 1 almost in favor of Polka. Well, that's a nasty P4 shot, though. I mean, not going to win him the game, but hey, got to enjoy those little victories. I'm going to go double speed for a bit. I don't think much is going to happen for a short while with only 2 squads of the map back and healing. This poor P4. Oh, no. Okay, Katana, at least you have that going for you. Preparing the trenches again. That's good. I like that. Second P4. All right, double P4s. Might spice things up a little bit. But we have a Comet on the field. Comet, Firefly, and AT gun versus 2 P4s. I think that's an easy bet. Double strikes might turn the tide if they get in the right position to get on the Firefly. But with no supporting infantry, I just see 3 burn guns bearing down on them. Rebuilt the battle group. It's already at half health. And I'm guessing we're about to see a concentration barrage plus a sexton barrage on it pretty soon. Let's see. Yeah, here comes the sexton. Yep. Okay. I think I'm just going to go back and forth between pushes. Oh, what an opening shot by the Comet. 2 models immediately down. P4 is coming in for support. See if the Firefly starts making its way across. The Comet's still alone. I mean, I know Polka sees this with the artillery flares. I'm just waiting for... As I'm talking about, like, yeah, strikes are great against even the Comet. But, you know, all it takes is 1 squad. And they're not going to be able to do much. 2 P4s is a Comet. I think he's going to go for the P4, but then we got the engineers coming across for AT grenades. Firefly starting to make its move too. I think this is going to be a short-lived push. Good connection on the retreating. But I think I'm just going to fast forward things again. ISG pound in the middle. Easy repairs. 3. Dude, Katana, man, I know you want to repair your battle group, but 3, like, I'm so afraid of 1 sexton shell just annihilating this, and they're just not that good against infantry sections, especially with Shreks. I would want to see some Obers, you know, go big or go home. At least they can kind of hold their own 1v1. Maybe defend your Shrek blob. The beauty of commentating mid-ish level stuff is you see the goofy stuff. AT gun. Oh, with the artillery flares. That's an awesome snipe. Manages to get out. Go back to 1x. Managed to get the battle group up. Looks like this time he is hitting the ISG. And gets the wipe with the sexton. Yep. Only 6 kills. Not even vet 1. Sexton, I love you in theory, but man, we gotta work on your scatter. We gotta work on your AoE. You could use a little bit of love. You're so much worse than the priest. But you're doing the job. You're doing the job that Polka needs you to do, which is taking out the ISG, and pretty soon I assume we'll be putting pressure. Katana. Oh, you're hurting my soul. Another forward retreat point when he knows he's up against Royal Artillery. Just put it back at base. Enjoy the feels. It's only 100 manpower. 15 fuel. You know you're going to get pounded into oblivion. See what happens here. Double P4. I'm going to guess we're going to have the Firefly. Still no Tulips, though. I'm a little disappointed in that. Tulips and Tank Commander can make all the difference, that extra vision with the stun or the sight blocker. He's got the munitions. I mean, I can see him saving for concentration barrages, but he's getting 57 a minute. And your pop cap. Like, you could build a munitions cache in 10 different places. Did he ever fix this? He did. Okay, cool. That's good. Yeah, that's going to be nigh unpushable with this army comp unless he throws both P4s on it. Once again, not much happening. Artillery flares are going to secure this game for Polka, I'm sure. This lets them see exactly where the pushes are coming from. Vet 0 Volks against 2 Vet 3 infantry sections. Sure, you got infiltration grenades that are not being dodged. Ooh, this could be nasty. Ooh, well, that's a win for Katana finally. Wasn't paying attention. Polka, good mine here. I like that mine. And now we got double Brens on the Vet 3 artillery squad. Big push coming in from the double P4s, going for the throat. I don't know if it's going to make a big difference. Firefly's only half up, though. This could be really nasty for Polka. Oh, an abandon in base. AT grenades come out. I think 2 AT grenades. Does the 5-man upgrade give him another AT grenade? I mean, look into that. Oof. Both P4s down for nothing but time on Polka's side with the abandon. He's going to repair the Firefly first. I think it's a good call. He doesn't know if another tank's coming out. One definitely could be. Oh, this is sad. You know, you want to see good games. You want to see two players playing really well and pushes going back and forth. But Katana's over-investing in these Stern Pyos. His pushes are in one spot. I mean, with artillery flares, it's kind of hard to surprise a Burt player, but still. Oh, he's going for the sneaky play. This cache is dead, that's for sure. Yep. There it goes. But it's easily paid for itself. Polka's going for another Centaur to deal with this blob. I think it's a good call. I mean, sure, triple Shreks, but a Centaur and the Vet 3 squad is going to chunk it down pretty quick. Dodges infiltration grenades this time. Ooh! Concentration plus Sexton, I think. Yep. Oh, no. Just concentration. Keep in the middle for Polka. And this is going to be the problem that Katana's going to have. Finally building the Opers. Too little too late, in my opinion. But any kind of push on the VP is just going to be met with overwhelming artillery. Heck, the perimeter overwatch, if he tries anything really significant, especially on the left side, is just going to shut him down. Yeah. I like how you got the back trench. Ober's trying to sneak off to the side. Nothing. Big blob of Shreks. Might get the Centaur here, but it ain't gonna be free. Loses one. Oh, yeah, this could even be 2 lost to the lucky artillery shell. I mean, I'm on fast forward here. I think it's pretty obvious what's happening. Oh, and on the retreat. Good dodges, though. No bad scatter. I'll slow down for the next one. But for right now, the Comet's back up. No vet, but no loss for fuel either. Right, we got the LMG coming. Oh. Double Obers with LMGs. This could start to swing the tide Katana's way, but losing those double P4s means, like, yeah, that's great. Till the Centaur and the Comet come up and just smack the shit out of you. He's going to get a surprise as his own MG34 is going to show up. Although he might be able to sneak. Yep, gets the Volks across. Instant retreat from Polka. This is what I've been wanting to see for a while. It's also going to show Polka, you know, kind of reinforces the building the trench a little bit further back. It's a little safer. But with no support, this Centaur is just going to make sure that this becomes absolutely nothing. I mean, look at that. The Volk squad's already needs to retreat. A T-gun goes down to the LMGs, but yeah, loses the Volks for it. Again, not really worth. Second wave of a push here. Couple Shreks. Might grab these trench. Oof, this Comet, man. I guess it's a different Comet. You got the ship Paradox. Ship of Theseus or whatever. Is it the same Comet, though? New crew. Totally repaired. I'm just burning time at this point. This is going to go nowhere. I think we can all see that. Wasn't able to get in the trenches in time. No other pressure anywhere else. Both Obers are alive at least. Not sure why those didn't retreat. Oh, because they were on the... that's true. Hadn't experimented with the fact that if you have a forward retreat point, if it goes to your base, if it's closer. Usually you see forward retreat points so much further up and like higher player count games. 3v3s and 4v4s. Double Brens, Vet 3. Yeah, they need to retreat sooner rather than later. Obers will probably be able to prevent this cap. I mean, look at that. All of Polka squad. Oh, he lost his medics at some point. Oh, he needs... Alright, this is going to be a good... this is going to be very helpful for Katana. No medics means that these squads are coming in at super low health. Although, come on, Polka, man. You got 1,000 manpower. Build some medics. Build another squad. He's got the pop cap for it. Okay, here comes the medics now. He recognizes his problem. Now, let's see if Katana just keeps going in the same way. Yeah, this tunnel vision is just hurting Katana. He's just going for the same spots every time, so Polka knows where to go. Doesn't even need the artillery flares. Alright, just imagine we're going to see the Centaur rotate. Recurring the AT gun. I don't think that's necessary. Repairing and then presumably recurring. Rebuild. Got a munitions cache this time. Ooh, good mines. Could use the Centaur to shield. Keep the munitions cache. Oh, this could be bad. This could be very bad. Could lose the Vet 5 on retreat. Oh, it's Piets, not 18 grenades. I like that. You got 2 Piets? 2 Piets. I think it's the right play. Raketting for the cap. Centaur could charge us head on. I think it'll come out on top. Another P4. I lost an Ober squad. I missed that. I must have lost to the artillery at the base. Yeah, it's half down. And this Raketten's going to get out of there. One Ober. Now I've got healing. An Ober and a P4. Isn't going to be able to do a whole lot. This P4 just starts, you know, chunking squads. But now the Comet's here. Ooh. Alright. He's going to need to move the Firefly up a little bit. No, he's got vision with artillery flare vision bonus. That's going to be a neutralize. Quick retreat. Polka's happy with the neutralize for right now. 73 VPs. I'm sorry, Katana. You know, I'm not saying you can't win this. You tried your best. I think you made some serious strategic decisions. The abandon was just unlucky. I'll give you that. The abandon was totally unlucky. But I think you could have gotten Ober sooner. I think you could have got your Schwer way sooner. And I think you could have done fared a little better against the Bren squads. Yeah, I mean, no. If Katana's army was, you know, a 60 or 70, he'd have trouble pushing right now with the perimeter overwatch. You know, Polka would just drop that. I mean, look at this. Those artillery flare. Just put it out there so that just make it that much harder to push from the middle here. You know. It's gonna force Katana to come in from the right. Polka just destroys it. He spent all that time repairing. He just destroys it. He doesn't care about it. He knows he doesn't need it. Comet and Firefly are gonna take care of his 18 needs. Poor Obers. Aren't gonna be able to do much. Oh. Pushing right through the concentration barrage. One squad, two squads coming out. One coming on the side. Finally, this is the one from Polka. A little bit more side play on this side. Another artillery flare. Man, you know, for all I said about getting a medic squad in the field, having these artillery flares, you know, even though they share a cooldown, always available, have been making a big difference for holding the center VP. Firefly. Where's the Firefly? Needs to start working on that P4. Only neutralized. With the Firefly and artillery flares, that P4 is not going to be able to stick around. Polka could even potentially go for a final coup de grace here, I think. And wipe out the rest of the guy's army, but, you know, play it safe. Play it easy. You know you're 300 and change VPs ahead. Just enjoy your lead. Don't always have to go for the kill. Because really all that matters is VPs, as we saw over here. Going for the kill can backfire sometimes. So yeah, let's speed this up a little bit. Artillery flares coming up for Polka again, giving him vision of what's going on over there. Sexton firing there, concentration barrage firing there. I mean, what do you do, man? What do you do? Ober's trying a last desperate push. They're gonna be met by a Comet and an MG a little further back. See, I like this. Polka knows he doesn't need to chase, although he's going to. MG's going to shut this down immediately. There's the... Oh, hey. The Raketten's not on attack. He's going to try and make it for the trench? No. Second P4. Could use a Command Panther, in my opinion. You know, it's only 200 fuel compared to the... Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a little more expensive, but still 200 fuel. He's got plenty in the bank. Could have used that to try and take on the vehicles if he had, I don't know, 100 more VPs. Finally swinging out wide. Again, way too little, way too late. These mines, that's some cheeky mines. I like that. But no infantry. Finally gets the tulips. Again, a little late, but it's not going to matter. The Piats. Total whiff on the tulip rockets, but hey. What does it matter? This P4 is just chilling, and that's a surrender. So yeah, that was the replay was called Meat Grinder, and that was definitely the case. Final KD 65 to 210. Oh, that really hurts my soul to see. It really does. No, I mean a little bit of pressure over here for Katana, but nothing meaningful. Is more focused, still kind of in the middle. Polka, I guess, didn't really need to push out here. He had the points. Polka could have pushed out here. With real artillery, I think, you know, a Comet, a concentration barrage, and some artillery flares might have been able to take this, but, you know, he didn't need it. Just some, like, hey, maybe you could do this if the game's a little closer. But, you know, too many Stern Pios plus a very late Schwer, I think, sealed the deal for Katana. Plus, just, come on, man, this is a World War II game, not a World War I game. There are other avenues of approach, even on a map as small as this. But, yeah, overall, I think a mildly entertaining game. And yeah, thanks for watching.